Gary Blair took over Texas A&M's women's basketball program at perhaps its lowest point and took the Aggies to the top of the mountain.
It had a long way to go. Hired Gary, and he did an incredible job, and he started off with recruiting. The way Gary recruited the whole family when we recruited people was what really made the difference in our women's basketball program.
After building the program into one that consistently made the NCAA tournament, he led A&M to the Final Four in 2011. In Indianapolis, they defeated Stanford, then Notre Dame. Texas A&M had won the national championship.
And the 2011 journey was extremely special. It was a really, really special time, a great moment. Not just one particular game with confetti falling, but it's all the moments that Gary Blair took us through that we had the pleasure of riding along with him.
Blair led the Aggies to 16 consecutive NCAA tournaments and made at least the Sweet 16 in half of them. He is one of 3 head coaches ever to take 2 different teams to the Final Four, having done it with Arkansas and A&M. And he is the winningest head basketball coach in Aggie history.
He knew the right people to put on the bus and get the bus turned around. Gary Blair made us a winner.
The best thing about greatness is it leaves a blueprint. It leaves a legacy for future generations to follow. But greatness also has to leave room for the rest of us to catch up to it. But when we catch up to it, it usually takes us on an amazing journey, and that's what Coach did.
He is already in several halls of fame for his illustrious career. Now he adds another one in Aggieland. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Blair.
Howdy. They always said I couldn't say hello in 30 seconds. So the elegant speakers that were up here before me, I've got to read it because game time's at 11 a.m. in the morning. But it's an honor. It's been a long night. Robert Earl King is picking it next door. And some of you are ready for gym beam or at least a bathroom break. How do you say thank you for all the people that have helped me along the way? I'll start with my family first, that have sacrificed so much to allow me to make this 50-year journey through coaching, teaching, mentoring, and building relationships. If they will stand and remain standing when I call your name, I'm still in charge. My brother Steve, who was a freshman at A&M in 1959. My son-in-law Carson, class of 2011, and his wife Callie, class of 2012. There are 3 young kids who are with a babysitter who bleed maroon. My brother-in-law, Brat Madison, my niece, Shannon, and husband, Kevin Stone, their daughter, Taylor Vivian, class of 2012, her husband, Travis Vivian, class of 2011, my daughter, Paige Thompson, and her husband, Bo Thompson of Farmington, Arkansas, and 2 of their 9 grandkids, Lola and Landry. Their brother, Logan, is a freshman at Arkansas this year. And for some of you guys that understand, it's midnight in the fraternity world if you're going through rush. And he's more interested in the Phi Delts, and he has to be here. The most important person in my life is my wife, Kyla. Kyla, you are my rock, my soulmate, my best friend. You complete me. She is also Nurse Ratchet as she helps me get through this broken ankle. I'm not through yet. My son, Matt Blair, his wife Allie, and Reagan from Springdale, Arkansas, if they will stand. Mike Scanlon, I understand your career. Mine ended at Texas Tech as a 128-pound walk-on center fielder that couldn't hit but could bunt and could catch. At 128 pounds, it was just hard getting a date on Saturday night. But I love your dream and what you've done and the great coaches that you've played for. And now my A&M family, starting with Rod Thornton, if he will stand, who ran our basketball support group, Blair's buddies. Robin and Alan Roberts, class of 78, who were the donors that gave A&M the money to build that beautiful practice gym and so many other things around this university. I'm not neglecting all the other donors who have done so much, but Robin and them wanted to be here, but they have a surprise party honoring him at Miramont with 300 guests tonight, or they would be here for all that he's done in his great business world. You know, we win ball games at Reed Arena, but we build teams, we develop character, we build relationships in the practice gym. Thank you, Alan, and thank you for all you others that have contributed to everything that's in Reed Arena. It is a basketball school now. To Wayne Roberts, class of 85, thank you for thinking of my name to grace that beautiful court inside Reed. He will stand over there. It is such an honor. I do feel that it should be shared with so many other coaches, but I will be forever grateful. My mentor, who you heard earlier, Bill Byrne, saw something in me in 2003 and brought me to Aggie land. I left the top 25 program at Arkansas to come home because I knew it could be built. Thank you for your vision and your leadership in turning A&M athletics into a winner in every sport. I'm getting long-winded as usual, but what can you do? Unretire me or fire me? Nope. I get my first check from Teacher Retirement System this month. To all my players that are here tonight, you symbolize every Aggie that has come through this great program. I would not have been here without you. As I said when they named the court after me, this is a we accomplishment. You're standing right here with me. This moment is ours. I would like to take a moment to recognize those that are here that were on the 2011 National Championship team, if they will stand. If they will stand wherever they are. Tremendous young ladies, and a lot of them are not through yet. I know Bernard played a long time overseas, and we have a lot of them playing overseas, like Colson is playing for Vegas, still in the WNBA semifinals right now, or she would be here. But we got her running mate, Sydney Carter, right over there right now. And she did a great job for us the last couple years on our staff, and now she's assistant for Coach Schaefer, University of Texas. Thank you. Thank you, the 12th man. And I will never forget when the Aggies stood on top of the women's basketball world, even when the confetti, after we won, came streaming down with Notre Dame's colors, blue, green, and gold. I've yet to get an apology for that. But we knew we had what we had accomplished. And the biggest story is where you were when that all happened. There's so many great stories, so many soldiers in Afghanistan and in Europe and all over the place. Whether you were watching at home or with your neighbors or at the bar, you felt that sense of pride because we had arrived. I would like to honor my assistants that helped build Aggie women's basketball into what it's become today. They were always at the cutting edge of our business and showed great loyalty because a good boss knows how to handle and how to recruit people that might be better than him or her in certain areas. I just didn't tell them, but they were pretty damn good. At Arkansas, before I left, Coach Schaefer was with me. That first team in Arkansas went to the Final Four in '98. That was his first year. When I came in and said, A&M is interested in me, he looked at me and he said, we can win a national championship there. I listened to him. He came, Kelly Baum White came, and all the assistants that have come after that, and all of them are head coaches now. And I appreciate the love and what we did in the meeting rooms and on the practice floor to be able to develop these young ladies. To my support staff, thank you for your dedication and sacrifice. Your hard work never went unnoticed, and your value to our program could never be measured. Radar was with me from the moment I got here. He retired a year earlier than I did, but I will forgive him for that, but that's what happened to my ankle. Radar wasn't around. If he had been there, he had made sure, but now he's on my case to wear this boot and keep it elevated. Ross Bjork and Kristen Brown, thank you for your leadership and vision. I know that you will succeed in your mission to create opportunities through championship and athletics. The both of you and your staff are leading this athletics department into the forefront of college athletics. Now on to the coaches, the staff, and Joni Taylor, who had to step out because she has a big recruit in town tonight. So if you see her walking around with somebody who looks like she can play, gig them, but don't talk. She is the future of this program. Joni is. I'm confident that she will succeed at the highest level here. The future is bright, and Joni and her staff will lead this program to the highest of heights. Johnny, Mike, Luke, we were all here during those moments. It was pretty special. Johnny and I did an autograph signing yesterday, and if you can see him giving time to every young man, this or every young girl or every older person that just wants to sign and be recognized. It was special sitting there next to Johnny and seeing what he will always mean to this university. Mike Evans, number 13, I want you to have 3 touchdowns against the Cowboys, but I'm pulling for the Cowboys, son. I want you 3 touchdowns, about 183 yards, and I love the old man Brady because I'm an old man also. And Luke, Dallas needs a left tackle. I'm serious. You walked up here and you looked like you were in better shape than all of us, so get well, get back there. And the last thing, and I'll be there, my basketball team I did not know was coming from Dallas South Oak Cliff 50 years ago. If they will all stand right now where they are back in the back. They surprised me. This was 7 of them that made all the way. Folks, they're 60 years old and could still go out and play with a lot of teams right now. But they only won in those 7 years, 239 and 18, 3 state championships. You have Olympian Mike Montgomery, who was an All-American here. His mother played for Stephen F. And I told Mike a while ago, Mike, you were damn good, but your mother was better. And that's Rosie Walker, who was also an Olympian in '80 that was boycotted, and they didn't go because of the Russian boycott. But those ladies back there, they're teachers, they're naval officers, they're athletic directors, they're everything. They inspire our young kids today what you can do, not what you can't do. And I'm so proud that they surprised me, and we had 7 of them show up. And that last team we had, the 80 team that went 40-0, that team could have beat a lot of my college teams early in my career. But they went on and were successful. When I saw who was in this class, I was a little starstruck myself. Each of us is representing our teammates, coaches, the ones before us, and hopefully the ones after us. I challenge my 9 other Hall of Fame teammates that it's not what we did yesterday for A&M, it's what we can do going forward. We have a duty to continue to make this place better. That is the Aggie way, and that is the way we should accept this great honor that the association gave us to put us up on that stage. And there's so many more that are out in this audience. Your day will come. But right now, I've got some great teammates that are here today, and they will always be my teammates. And if any one of us start having a bad day or a bad year or something, we need to reach out to each other. To the 12th man, your spirit fueled me. And our teams, you are the greatest fan base in all sport. And when I stepped out of the tunnel at Reed Arena, I was always in awe. This place is like none other in the country. None other. I don't care what Alabama has or any school. There's nothing like Texas A&M. I've lived all over the South during my lifetime in coaching and have fallen in love with every place I've coached. But this is home. Aggie Land is home. You are my family. I'll be forever grateful to you. Our U.S. Amateur Golf Champion, Sam Bennett, will be on this stage one day. His very wise father told him, don't wait to do something. Don't wait. I want to end it with this for my 9 Hall of Fame teammates. Write and create the last chapter of your life. Don't just read about it. Live it in the now. Go out and do something. Thank you, and God bless America. Gig 'em.